Hey everyone, I've been getting a lot of questions on why I decided to change to Apple from Android. Huge Android fan, been with Android since the beginning. Have a huge Android collection, the little vinyl droids. Anyone that knows me knows I do that. But why I switched was I was just I'm the type of person that wants everything new. So when a new watch came out, I wanted it. When a new phone came out, I wanted it. I'm also trying to do just a quick review on the 42 millimeter Nike watch, as you can see right there, and why I like this over Android Wear. I did order the watch Sport. It will be in today. I'm going to use it a little bit. I'm probably just going to end up doing a giveaway on it or returning it. I haven't figured it out. But back to why I gave up my Pixel and my LG Urbane 2 and went to iPhone. It's just more polished. The phone runs better. I know it's got less specs. Battery life's amazing. More third-party accessories. The apps are 100 times better. I mean, when you talk about apps, I mean, the apps are just more polished. I mean, there's no fragmentation. I mean, they make an app for two things instead of Android that's got to make an app for 150 different devices, screen sizes and stuff. But that's why I changed. I mean, right now this is these watches, I mean, are phenomenal on battery life. Every day, and I'm a heavy user, I use two apps, Pushbullet and Hook. And Pushbullet sends me any channels that I follow that support Pushbullet. So there's I think 4 of them I follow. So I get a notification every time they post something. And then Hook is basically an RSS reader, but it has a unique feature where as soon as a new story comes, it sends you a push notification. So I use that for stuff that doesn't have a Pushbullet channel. So I'm getting notifications constantly. Then I get a lot of iMessages. I get a lot of emails. All that stuff, Hangouts. So that's, coupled with I have the screen on the brightest it can be. I have the sound on. I have everything else on, and it is bright, loud. I have it on the double vibration, and it's 70% when I get home. I mean, this is coming off the charger about anywhere between 6 and 7 a.m., and it's not going back on. I mean, I wouldn't even have to put it back on. I could wear this overnight and wear it throughout the next day. Yeah, it doesn't have always on display, but with the Gear S3 I had it, and the always on display didn't work because of all my tattoos. And that was getting me the same battery life. And I actually was keeping the LTE connection on all the time. So, I don't know with the LG Watch Sport what's going to happen with it. I'm pretty sure that the battery life's going to be horrendous. Everyone is saying that I know that has it, that the battery life, if you have the LTE on, and there's no feature for it to auto come on, which would have been nice. There was a feature on the Gear S3 where if you lose Bluetooth connectivity, 30 seconds later it turns on the LTE connection. Why can't we have that with Google? That saves battery. So when I had the Urbane 2 on Wear Dev 4 or DP4, I shut off the LTE connection, and the battery life was good. I mean, it'd be 60% after, a 14, 15-hour day. So that's good. But as soon as you turn on the LTE connection, I mean, I was getting down into the 30s, 20s. One time I get down into 10s. So, I don't know. I'm not happy with Android anymore. Like I said, I kept upgrading phones. I had, last year alone, I had almost every single phone. I had the BlackBerry Priv. I had the OnePlus 2, the OnePlus 3. Well, the OnePlus 2 I had right before 2016. But I had the OnePlus 3. I had the S7, the S7 Edge. I had the Note 7. I had, what else did I have? The Google Pixel. I had, there's another one in there I had the Nexus 6P. Oh, I had the S7 Active there, the bulletproof one. And you know, I'm done with Samsung. I don't use Samsung anymore. I hate TouchWiz. Honestly, I think Google should make 1 or 2 phones and partner with Samsung to make the phones, and then get rid of everything else. It'll make writing apps 10 times easier. You'll have 2 phones to write it for. Get rid of Android. I mean, get rid of the licensing for Android. So, I don't know. That's just my thought. That's why Apple succeeds. I mean, they limit a lot of stuff, but they make the phones and they control everything. And they have a huge, huge following. We can argue that, yeah, that's why Google does so good, because they don't limit it. But then you get like Android phones that cost $50 that are just garbage, and it ruins the experience. People I know that go out and buy a Straight Talk for $75, and it ruins the experience. They don't want to have Android because it's just a sluggish phone. Now you can argue and say, well, it's a $75 phone, what do you expect? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess. But, I mean, you could buy a $75 iPhone 5C that it runs smooth. I mean, you know, don't flame me or anything. I was originally going to do this video to talk about the Apple Watch Series 2 by Nike. It's an awesome watch. I mean, sometimes I shower with it. There's no issues with this thing. Battery life is phenomenal. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, it's a great device. Once I get the LG Watch Sport in today, I would have had it yesterday, but we had a snow crisis here. So if it comes in today, which it should, I'm going to do some videos of it and go from there. And I'm going to try to show some stuff with pairing to an iPhone and whatnot. But that's why I'm done with Android. I just don't want to have to keep getting phones. And I know you can say, well, don't buy phones, but it's not that simple. So with iPhone, it's like I get 1 iPhone and 1 watch a year, and that's it. And it's the same thing with what my wife did. So, and the phone just runs better. Everything just works better and looks better, and I don't know. Anyways, that's my rant. Thumbs up and leave any comments. Thanks.